support the swift and faithful implementation.
네, 우선 반갑습니다.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
한국에서도 국회에서 손님이 오면 정신없이 바쁠 때 잠깐 와서 이렇게 뵙고 하는데 다들 굉장히 바쁘실 걸로 아는데 이렇게 시간 내주셔서 감사합니다.
In Korea, because everyone's so busy, when we have guests, we only have the opportunity to meet them very briefly. But I can see that you're joining us today, so thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today.
예, 오늘 대부분 처음 뵙지만 여기 계신 분들이 얼굴이나 이름이 한국에서는 다 많이 알려진 분들인 것 같습니다.
There are many people that I'm meeting for the first time, but
모두 그렇습니다.
all of you.
한국에서 국무총리가 이렇게 미국에 단독으로 와서 정치 국회를 방문하고 또 주요 인사들을 만나는 것은 횟수로는 한 40여 년 만인 것 같고 사실상 단독으로는 거의 처음이라고 해도 좋을 정도로 이렇게 좀 드문 일입니다. 아시다시피 한미 관세 협상도 잘 마무리가 됐고 또 앞으로 저희들이 할 일도 많고 그래서 대통령님하고 말씀을 나눠서 제가 이번에 와서 앞으로 남은 일들이 신속하게 잘 되도록 같이 좀 챙겨보자 하는 취지에서 왔습니다.
So our trade tariff negotiations went on very well, but we have a lot to do, and that is why I discussed with the President, and we decided that I should come here so I can support the swift and faithful implementation of what we agreed upon.
아까도 말씀드렸지만 여기 계신 분들이 대부분 한국에 잘 알려져 있는 분들입니다. 첫째, 한국에 대한 애정이 있으시다는 걸 저희가 잘 알고 있고 한미동맹이 잘 되도록 역할을 많이 하신다는 것도 알고 있고 관련한 법안들을 처리하는 데 중요한 역할을 하신다는 것도 알고 있습니다. 앞으로도 그런 중요한 역할들을 계속 해주셔서 하는 부탁의 말씀을 드리겠습니다.
Like I just
We're delighted to be able to meet with you and welcome you in your official capacity. We've had the opportunity to work closely with your very capable Ambassador Kang, and I know she's already made a lot of visits in her capacity to meet with all of us, I believe, already, right? And so you can see those of us who are invited to visit with you today at this lunch table are the ones who have a lot of either close connection to Korea by virtue of being born in South Korea, like myself, and I know my friend Marilyn Strickland, and I don't know, Dave Min was born in the United States, I believe, and others are members of either the Korea Caucus or, members of the Congressional Study Group on Korea, which myself and Vera serves as co-chairs, and we've been doing that since I've been in Congress, and that is a venue that really allows us to keep close look on what's happening between our two countries, because South Korea is one of our very strongest allies. Despite who occupies the White House or Blue House, I mean, this is a political changes that happens. But one thing is very, very clear, that our US-ROK relationship is really solid rock closely, right? And so as I serve as chairwoman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee's subcommittee on East Asia and the Pacific, this is an area where I pay a lot of attention to how we can even improve upon what is already strong relationship. But there are obviously many of us coming from which side of the aisle. We may have differences of how we maintain that, but the end goal is obviously the same. We want this relationship to be strong economically, militarily, politically, and security-wise, because South Korea plays a key role in helping the United States to ensure that Indo-Pacific remains free, secure, and open. To that end, we're really excited about not just the bilateral relationship and the what we're seeing in the relationship that President Lee has already started to build and cultivate with President Trump, with bilateral relationship, trilateral relationship, and again, we had a roundtable last week where Ambassador Kang did a great job in laying out the reasons why we need to work together in a trilateral way. So there are many issues that we're watching, but I'm just going to say that there are some issues with the US-ROK shipbuilding cooperation, and I look forward to seeing how that US-ROK shipbuilding and maritime cooperation progress is, moving forward, because this is one of the issues that our committee is paying very strong attention to. And critical minerals is another area which we're very, very happy to note that South Korea is chairing the Mineral Security Partnership. And Ami Bera and I know he's going to talk about that too, but we are really laser focused on increasing our domestic production and making sure that we are strong in the critical mineral supply chain. So Dominance Act that we introduced and launched last week does all of that, working closely with our allies, which is the MSB partners plus EU. And the United States will have a strong facilitating role in that. But we want to use all the existing tools that's out there, DFC, Axim, Bank, and every other things. We want to put all of the tools in one toolkit, so that toolkit cannot be broken by another adversaries like China, who dominates the critical mineral supply chain issues. And then we're going to have a dedicated bureau within the State Department to really have a one-stop center for one person who wakes up in the morning and goes to sleep at night thinking about nothing but how do we break that choke point China has on critical mineral supply issues. So those are some of the issues that my committee and my colleagues are working on. But if I may, before I turn it over to my colleagues to say a few words, as the food is coming out, I hope, and I'm speaking really fast because I know we're going to have to be pulled out at one point or another. There's one issue that I want to bring to your attention. I raised this issue with Ambassador Khan, and that is the issue of Coupang, which is an American company that is currently being requested over and over and over again to come before the National Assembly for the investigations. And I just want you to pay attention to whether or not this is, setting a different standard for how you treat the American companies that have presence in Korea. And we just want you to, either expand on that or just make sure that the American companies are not adversely treated and differently. So with that, if you don't mind,
No, go, please.
you want to go through this way? I think I want to turn it over to you.
Prime Minister, do you need the interpretation?
여기는 패스.